Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope everybody's been having a great week. If you've been turning into this little series that we've talked about, from hurting to healing, fear to action, and today I want to talk about something that we also deal with, which is doubt. I'm talking about the voice in your head that says, who do you think you are? You're not good enough for this. Someone else could do it better. Yeah, that voice. I know it too well. For the longest time, I let it run my life. I doubted my abilities, my worth, my calling. I looked at other people and thought they had something I didn't. But here's what I've learned. Confidence isn't about having it all figured out. It's about showing up anyway. So, when I first started my coaching business and sharing my story online, it was so scary. I thought people would judge me. I thought I wasn't qualified enough. And honestly, that doubt almost kept me from stepping into my purpose. I almost said, cool, coaching, awesome. Do I really need it? And it kept me, stuck for a little bit. I remember when I first came into the coaching space, I was surrounded by other coaches. It was amazing. And I still am. I found a community of people that had been doing this forever. And they taught me everything that they know. And they continue to. And I said, cool, the first 3-4 months, I think. I was like, I'm all in. Let's run. Let's do this. And then my doubt started coming in. I said, oh my goodness, can I really do this? Am I qualified enough? People want to train with me. People want me to work with them in their mindset. People actually need this. But can I actually help them? And it just scared me, right? But I said, you know what? We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it, and we're going to tailor it to what they need. And God will give me the answers and the wisdom to be able to carry that through. So the more that I showed up, imperfect, scared, unsure, the more I realized that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you create. And today, I want to give you 3 practical steps so you can start using it right now to move from doubt into your confidence. Okay, so number 1, collect evidence of your wins, right? When you're doubting yourself and it's too much or overwhelming, look backwards. I know a lot of people say oh, don't look back. And that could be real. But for this instance, I think we should look back. We should remember what we've accomplished. We should, kind of pat ourselves in the back for what we've done, right? Go back and look at what you've accomplished. Make a proof list. Write down every moment you've done something hard. Every time you pushed through the fear, every single time you pushed through the doubt, every single thing you once thought you couldn't do, but you did it anyway. Confidence grows when you remind yourself of who you already are and what you've already survived, right? Number 2, borrow belief until you build your own. Here's the truth. Sometimes you won't feel confident yet. That's okay. Borrow the belief. Borrow belief. And this is crazy that I even heard this when I was learning. You borrow it from someone who sees your potential. You borrow it from the version of you God created you to be. You borrow it from His promises over your life. And sometimes confidence comes from leaning on your faith until your actions catch up. Borrow your belief. I can't tell you how many times I did something because one of my friends told me, you can totally do that. My friends, not my family, my friends, my network, my mentors. They said, Abril, you can. You are meant for this. Do it. One person. If you have one person in your corner that believes in you, borrow that belief until yours starts to catch up. Borrow it from the Lord. Sit with Him. Who does He call you to be? He didn't give you a spirit of fear. He didn't give you a spirit of doubt. What does that version of you look like? Borrow it from that. I promise you, borrowing belief is the biggest hack that I've ever, encountered. It's the coolest thing. And number 3 is build your reps of courage. Because confidence isn't built in big leaps. It's built in small, consistent reps. Every time you speak up, every time you set a boundary, every time you try something new, you're training your brain to believe you're capable. Start small. Start today. Do one thing that stretches you, even if it's uncomfortable. Confidence isn't the result of waiting. It's the result of moving. So last week, right, we talked about how moving with fear makes you not be as fearful anymore. Same thing with confidence. The more that you do something, the more that you know that you can. The more that you practice something is the more that you know, like, hey, you know what? I can do this. I am going to do this. I'm confident in myself to my abilities to be able to do this, right? Because doubt is normal, but living in it doesn't have to be. You were created with gifts, purpose, strength. God didn't make you by accident. You need to stop feeling like you're not ready and just start showing up, and your confidence will come. The more you practice believing in yourself, the louder your faith becomes and the quieter that your doubt gets. A lot of us don't do a lot of things because we let that little voice get in our head and keep us paralyzed. A lot of us say, no, that's not for me. What if it is? What if it's you? And I get it. There's a lot of people doing different things already, but they're not doing them like you would. They're not speaking how you would. They don't have your story. They don't have your talents, your gifts. There's only one you. So you need to stop doubting yourself. So that's all I had for you this week. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If this episode hit home, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their worth. And if you've been letting doubt hold you back, this is your sign to take the next step anyway. Until next time, remember this. Confidence isn't who you are. It's what you build. One action at a time. Remember that I love you, but the Lord loves you more. Always, always, always. God bless.